What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess, and today's video is going to be sort of like responding to my critics, but also clarifying something that I was talking about in my previous video, or whichever exact corner. Yesterday I made a video about how people treat me post my 86-pound weight loss. And I had two things that I kind of made some people upset about. So I want to clarify my thoughts on those. So obviously when I post videos, 99% of the time people get what I'm trying to say. They understand the message that I'm trying to get across. And they leave me the most wonderful, beautiful comments. And I appreciate, and love reading those comments. But occasionally, apparently, can't please everybody, and I get some pretty rude and hateful comments too. So lately, seem to find them quite a bit lately. There's no way to please everybody on this channel. Like, that's the expectations that I'm gonna make everybody happy. Like I could give $1,000 to every person on this channel or something, and it still wouldn't be good enough. Someone would still hate it. So it's like unlikely to think that I could ever please everybody, and you would to like deter keyboard warriors. But for the few people that took my thoughts yesterday, maybe misunderstood them, I thought I would respond and clarify. So if you're new to this channel, I'm on a journey to lose 140 pounds using a ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent fasting and a lot of self-growth exploration and discovery. So I wrote notes so I would stay on on topic. So initially when I was scrolling through and I saw the people that were unsettled by my video yesterday, did a big eye roll and like whatever and move on, like just bless and release. But then this morning as I was driving my kids to school and on my way home, I had some thoughts and I was like, you know what? I can see how some of the things that I did say yesterday could be misunderstood if you're new to my channel. So for that reason, that's why I thought it was worth a response. So yesterday, the first thing I said, I only lost 86 pounds. When I said that, I meant no disrespect for my journey or anything like that. I was saying I haven't completed my weight loss journey. Like, I have 140 pounds to go, and I was only at 0.86 in my journey, and I felt like I should have maybe held off before making that video. Like, before I made it, I've had a lot of people ask, how people treat me now that, post weight loss. But I was like, I was going to save that topic for the end when I've dropped 140. But since I got the question so much lately, I was like, we'll touch on it now. So I felt that because I'd only lost 86 pounds and not 140, wasn't worthy yet of having such differences of people treating me. So that's why I was like, it's not that I was bashing myself or my journey or anybody who's lost a significant amount of weight, but I was basically saying, I'm not completely done, so I don't know if I should do this video topic yet. So that wasn't to discredit my hard work or anything. I was just saying, at this point in my journey, I didn't know if it was worthy yet to make a video on it, or I should hold off until I've completed my journey and then have my thoughts then. But this whole thing is a journey, it's a process, and it's part of the process at this point in my journey. So that's why I shared it. So, and then the second thing, the one that I got the most heat for was I called myself fat and nasty. Now, I also, yes, you were completely right. That's not nice. I hate it. I'm not proud of the way I felt about myself. But here's what the deal is. I was talking about myself. I stay in my own lane. This journey is about my self-growth. This journey is not about everybody else's self-growth. That's why I can't relate, or I could relate, but I couldn't talk on anybody else's behalf because it's their own story. So this is my story. This is my transformation. So when I said I was fat and nasty, at the time, 8 months ago, and prior, 15 years prior to that, I did feel fat and nasty. I hated the person that I looked at in the mirror. The reflection looking back at me, I had nothing but disgust, and I loathed that person. So I feel I can say that because that was me. That's not telling everybody else who's morbidly obese are fat and nasty. That's not what I was saying. I was speaking on my behalf, my own thoughts looking into the mirror. And if you follow my journey, you'll see that this whole channel has been probably 90% my self-growth. Like 10% of it is based off of like my weekly weigh-ins, how much I lost. Like I don't ever really emphasize how much weight I lose or gain. I always put an emphasis on what matters, and that is loving yourself again. And at 309 pounds, I did not love myself, period. So that was the first point. And the second point was this journey is sharing my keto transformations, not just about the number on the scale. It's also sharing the raw and real details of someone who was morbidly obese losing the weight. All kinds of stuff, thoughts, moods, things are going to be like something I can speak on because I'm actually morbidly obese losing the weight. That's what makes my channel so relatable. If you're looking for me to sit up here and say at 309 pounds I love myself and sing Kumbaya, it's never going to happen. That's a bunch of bullshit and lies. I am sharing how I really felt, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. But you can feel this way about yourself and not hate other people. Like, there is a clear difference there, and I'm sorry that I may have said that in a way that didn't make sense, or maybe you're new to my channel and you don't know that about me. So I'm sorry if you took it that way, but that was so far from what I intended to say. Like, I wouldn't be so passionate about loving yourself and caring about yourself and doing this journey. And you don't need keto. You can use any type of method to lose weight. I'm passionate about loving yourself, and that's what the message I'm trying to portray, because I feel that was the reason I got to 309 pounds. I hated myself. I looked in the mirror and it made me eat. And then I hated myself. I looked in the mirror and I ate. And that got me to 309 pounds. I let a unit of measurement, a scale, define my self-worth. Like, it's just a unit of measurement. It's no different than a ruler. It's no different than the thermometer. It's just a unit of measurement. And I let that consume my life and make me feel like I was not enough. When all along, I was always enough. I was always a beautiful person. I'm no different now because I've lost 86 pounds. The only difference now is I love myself. And I preach that passion on this channel because that's when the journey changes. That's when people ask me, I'm struggling in my weight loss journey. I need some help pushing forward. I always encourage, you can do it. Make time for yourself. Plan. I stress all those things that help make you win or succeed. So while I was busy hating on myself for the past 15 years and feeling so nasty, yes, I said it, I felt nasty and I hated myself. While I was busy feeling that way, 15 years went by. I can't get that time back. Like, I spent 15 years miserable. So now that's why it angers me to even have to really go over this, because I'm mad at myself. I'm mad I felt that way. I let that take over my life and make me feel less of a person. When all in all, when someone's a bad person or not worthy, it's because they're shitty. It has nothing to do with their looks, how much they weigh or don't weigh, or that's what makes somebody nasty. So I'm just saying, it got me really, it rubbed me the wrong way, and I want people to know that this channel is about the raw and real details, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and pretend. So I don't want people to feel like I'm any better than anybody else because I've lost 86 pounds. The only thing that should make you feel is inspired to love your own self again. You know, to make that effort for you, to do what I'm doing by self-love, self-healing, self-empowerment, and take those things that I'm sharing and apply them to your life so that you can stop hating yourself and stop leaving nasty comments on people's YouTube channel, you know? And that's part of the journey. That's part, like, I've learned my lesson. I will never hate myself or get caught up in what I look like ever again. Because life is going to go by, whether you're a size 2 or you're a size 52. Like, life is still going to go by. That time will still pass. And you can either spend it happy and making the most out of life, or you can spend that time miserable, dwelling on things that really don't matter. And that's what I want to share on this channel. I want to get you out of that. I want you to love yourself, value yourself, and know that you are enough right now, today, no matter where you are in your journey. You are enough. And that's something I didn't realize 8 months ago. I was just so caught up in my doom and gloom, you know, like I hid from life. So like, that was no way to live. And I spent 15 years feeling that way. So yeah, it's going to get a rise out of me. I don't want to feel like that ever again. That was a dark place. So sorry that this came off like, really, I'm Italian, so things can like get my blood going. And there's things I'm passionate about in my life, and that's this journey. So, I mean, I can't undo all the damage that I did in those 15 years. Like, what's done is done. I can help myself going forward. But, like, what I did to myself for 15 years, I don't get to run from that. You know, that's part of my story. It's part of what I am today. It's part of the movement that I've created on this channel to inspire you. So there's good and bads with everything, but I'm not going to focus anymore on how much I didn't like myself. I've put 8 months into loving me as I am today, you know, regardless. And I am proud of that journey because like I said, the weight loss part of the journey here, yeah, I've lost 86 pounds. Yes, that's incredible. But what's really incredible is how much I changed inside. And when you talk to yourself every day, like, you know, I'm not talking like, like crazy thoughts, but I'm saying like when you can just remind yourself of, dang, I did good today, or dang, you know, I rocked that, or what an awesome job at the gym today. You know, like if you talk to yourself the way you talk to somebody else and value yourself like you value a friend or a family member or a child, or it makes your day just go smoother because you feel good. Who doesn't want to feel good? Who wants to choose to feel bad? But it starts with you. You have to say those things. You have to put the effort in to love yourself. You can't just say those things and expect change. You really have to live and breathe and think it too. And if that means, you know, you've got to go through the trenches and feel some real raw feelings, well, yeah, you're going to have to put that effort in, you know, because your life can't get better until you start loving yourself. And that's when I say, get busy living or get busy dying. And that's why my motto is to get busy living again. I've spent 15 years not living, and I'm never going to do that again. And if it's my last breath on this channel, I'm going to make sure you know you're enough, and you have to fight for yourself, and you're the only one that can get yourself out of this. You know, nothing else is going to do it for you. You know, and that's part of the journey. That's what makes it so beautiful, and that's what makes the weight stay off when you get to the finish line. It's not a quick fix. Stuff like becoming someone who was becoming somebody who was 309 pounds wasn't something that happened overnight. that was a lot of stuff over 15 years of not caring and not loving and having a horrible attitude or outlook, or, you know, so that takes work to fix that, because that was the new normal back then. It's not my normal now. That was my normal then. So undoing all of that self-destructive behavior, it takes time, it takes errors, it takes trial and errors, it takes hard work, and it takes being humble and accepting it for what it is. And I feel like that's really how I got to where I am today, and that's how I'm going to see the finish line, because I'm putting in the work to help me be the best version of myself regardless of my weight. So I hope you're getting the context this time with what I said, and I hope you accept my apology that you don't believe I feel people who are morbidly obese are fat and nasty. It was so far from the truth, and it's nothing that I preach on this channel, nor will tolerate. So I hope that this kind of clears it up, and my passion shows with how much I want to help people. I understand, I can relate. I was morbidly obese. I know what I'm talking about, and I want to share how I dug myself up out of the hole and onto greener pastures. So I thank you, everybody, for following my journey, to cheering me on, for such lovely comments. I truly do look forward to it, and I couldn't be happier to have this channel rallying behind me and doing this journey together. So I'll see you at the next video. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind.